From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down. Rolling to his right. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Robbie Anderson.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle by
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. On first down, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's a throw out line to Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
4. And it's 3rd down.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Hassan Reddick. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that,
You know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Panthers.
Darnold. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
39-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
For Carolina.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 17. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the toss right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold found his target. It's Anderson. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Darnold, eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Darnold. This play doesn't losing yardage to the 11. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting a 3 is good. Obviously, you're thinking a 14-play drive, you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Chargers in good field position to start out, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on
and as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. That held him to no gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Their own 42-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like
blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Not only is Joey Bosa a real load off of the edge, but his technical expertise really knocks offensive tackles off balance. 11.5 sacks last season. His goal each and every year, not just to lead his team, not just to lead the league, but to beat out his own brother Nick Bosa, who had 9 sacks with the San Francisco.
And that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
15-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And it's up and good.
Chargers 7, Panthers 3.
Following following the touchdown. Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking...
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Michael Davis. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Bouye with the pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Arnold. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Gain of 18 on the
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window will close quickly. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play. Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
At the 26.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Darnold now to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own, and he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's got it complete to Anderson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
6 yards.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina reunites him with his college coach, Matt Rule, when they were together at Temple.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And they are going for it. Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kaiser White. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because
he's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Allen. Big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Michael Batchley lining up for the extra point.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or you just throw it out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And Darnold just beating the play clock. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
45-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC, as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. There he goes, left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Set him back 5. Here's Darnold now on second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first and 10, Darnold gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Darnold completes it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Darnold. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Brings up second and 1.
Again, Darnold. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try to throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Panthers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 3 yards on first, 4 on second, and now 5 on third down. Move the sticks. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
4th down, Darnold escaping the pressure right. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Darnold on 1st down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
At the 45-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again is Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Hold on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To the air again, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard.